I don't make toys. I'm not that kind of elf.
Welcome back to Master the Fun and Elder Scrolls Online. Today on Spell Focus we have another spell for you from the Necromancer class that came new in Elsweyr, and that is the Flame Skull from the Gravelord spell line. So let's have a look at this spell here. This is of course the unmorphed version of it. It is a Magicka spell. It's an instant cast. It's an enemy target. It's the typical long range of 28 meters. And let's see what it says here. Lob an explosive skull at an enemy, dealing, well in this case, based on our level, 3800 flame damage. Every third cast of this ability deals 20% increased damage. Now that might get a little complicated when we take a look at the morphs, but I'll demonstrate it and we'll have a look at that in more detail to see the benefits of each morph. So let's have a look at the morphs. The stamina version of this, called Venom Skull, now, well, becomes obviously a stamina ability. Same thing. The damage, as you can see, compared to the original, is a bit more for the stamina version. The Magicka version does pretty much the same, at least at the first level. The difference here is, apart from stamina, it also becomes a poison damage ability. Converts into a stamina ability and deals poison damage. Casting any Necromancer ability counts toward the third cast. So I'll explain that later. We'll demonstrate that later. That may seem, well, to some of you probably very simple. I thought it had something to do with damage. It doesn't. It has something to do with the order in which you cast the Necromancer abilities. So for example, if the third cast of the skull is 20% more, now with this version of the morph, the stamina version, anything you cast as far as Necromancers go, like, you know, the skeleton, for example, the charging skeleton, if you cast 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever, the next cast you do with the Venom Skull will be counted as the third cast. Which, like I said, is a bit confusing because even if it's 3 or 4, this one will be still counted as the third cast. Okay, so now we have the Ricochets Skull, which is the Magicka version of the morph. In other words, it stays Magicka, and it's pretty much the same, again, as far as damage and everything else goes, except now you get the bounce to other enemies bonus. So that's kind of nice, you know. I mean, I like the Magicka version. Of course, I'm a stamina sniper, so I'll probably go with the stamina morph. But here it goes to 2 other enemies. So we'll be demonstrating the stamina version actually, because I morphed it to explain that what could be confusing new effect on the stamina version. So let's have a look at the champion points now. Which champion point passives can benefit this Flame Skull? We'll go directly to the morphs because the first one we'll look at, which is Ricochets Skull, is going to be the same as the base ability Flame Skull. So as you can see here from the blue section, we'll have Elemental Expert, Elfborn, and Spell Erosion. Those will be the ones to benefit your Ricochet Skull, which means, you know, they'll bounce off its Magicka base and you'll have 2 extra bounce offs to the other, let's say players, to other players, or enemies, monsters, what have you. And for the Venom Skull, or the stamina version of this, the champion points that will be helpful will be Mighty, piercing, and precise strikes. And this is a poison damage ability. Okay, so let's have a look at the stamina morph of this, which is the Venom Skull. This is the one where the third hit will grant you a 20% bonus in damage. So we have this troll here, and we're going to be attacking him. Now, we kind of want to ignore the critical hits because the demonstration is just to show you the third hit. So, as you can see, the base hit that the skull does, in other words, the normal damage, is 5643. The third hit damage will be the 6525. So as you can see there, there's two critical hits and then the 6525. Then you have one normal, the second one was a critical hit, 9480, and then the third one again, 6525. Again, 56, 56, and there's the third one. So as you can see, the third one is doing 20% extra damage. Again, based on level, things will change. Based on your stamina, max stamina also, it will be higher, as we've demonstrated in our previous videos. If you have sets with greater stamina, or giving you max stamina, you'll do more damage as a result. Okay, so here we're demonstrating what happens when we use other abilities, other Necromancer abilities, and then the third ability is the blast, the Flame Skull, or in this case, the Venom Skull. So as you can see there's the blast bones for 40, 46. The Venom Skull was the normal 56. And then there, the blast bones for 40, 46. The Venom Skull for 56, 43, which is the normal attack. And then the third attack was the 65, 25. So as you can see, a different necromantic attack counted as one of the first two attacks, so that your third attack with the Venom Skull will be given as a bonus. Now, in further testing, I tried 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks with other necromantic skills, in this case the blast bones, and each time, as soon as I used the Venom Skull, it was a bonus. So it doesn't matter if it's 2, 3, or 4, well, 2 obviously because it's the third then, but even if you attack with a different spell 3 or 4 or 5 times, the next spell will be given, you'll get the bonus with the Venom Skull. You'll still get the bonus even though you attack 6 times with some other spell. It's as if it waits, for the skull to be used as the final third skull. So if that doesn't confuse you enough, watch this again. So yeah, it's kind of nice, I guess, because then, it doesn't necessarily have to be the third. It could be the 5th, 4th, 5th, or 6th attack with the Venom Skull and you'll still get the bonus. So in other words, it doesn't reset because you've used it already, a different skill 3 times. That's basically what I'm saying. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this little demonstration. Hope it wasn't too confusing. It's an interesting skill. Like I said, it's kind of, when you have all this, man, it's kind of like it breaks your mind, you know what I mean? And you have to think about things too much, how you're doing it, unless you can order it in your hotbar, like maybe put it on the third slot, put 2 other skills in the first 2, and then maybe hit 1, 2, 3, something like that, But if you know that the third time you're using it, you'll get the bonus, that's a possibility, and it's something to consider in your attacks. Like I said, they do have to be necromantic skills, and you have to be in combat. Once you're out of combat, then it does reset. Okay, so thank you for joining, and thank you for visiting. The subscribing is free. We subscribe back. We also have a Twitter and Twitch account, and we follow everyone back there as well. So Enjoy your day. Hope to see you soon. And as always, have fun. Cheers.